Welcome to Lawminds. Now I am going to explain offences relating to coins and government tax mentioned under section 230 to 240 and 263 of Indian Penal Code. In recent years, currency and government seal counterfeiting has become a widespread problem. In developing nations, especially those like India where the economy is rising, the issue is acute. India is prone to counterfeiting since it shares borders with seven of its neighbors. In this, in turn, this prevents India's economy from expanding. As a result, the law of the country offers a variety of statutory enactments that cover a wide range of remedies against counterfeiting, but it lacks specific enactment on counterfeiting. What is a coin? Coins are pieces of metal that are currently used as money and are stamped and produced by a state or other sovereign power under their control. Coins of India. The metal which has been thus stamped and issued will continue to be an Indian coin for this chapter, notwithstanding that it may have ceased to be used as money. Indian coin is metal stamped and issued by the authority of the government of India to be used as money. Examples: cowries are not money. Unstamped copper lumps are not coins, despite being used as money. Insofar as they are not designed to be used as currency, medals are not coins. Indian coins are used to represent the company's rupee. Indian coin known as the Farrukhabad rupee was once used as money under the control of the Indian government but is no longer in circulation. Section 231 explains about counterfeiting coin. Anyone found guilty of counterfeiting coins or intentionally carrying out any step in the counterfeiting process faces a fine and a sentence of imprisonment that can last up to 7 years. This offense is committed by anyone who makes a real coin appear to be a different coin while intending to conduct deceit or knowing that deception would be used as a result. This is punishable for 7 years and with a fine. It is cognizable, not subject to bail. It is triable by a magistrate of first class and not compoundable. Section 232 explains counterfeiting coin. Anyone found guilty of falsifying Indian coins or knowingly carrying out any step in the process is subject to a fine as well as a sentence of life in jail or a period of imprisonment of either description that may last up to 10 years. It is a life imprisonment or 10 years of imprisonment and a fine. It is cognizable, non-bailable, triable by court of sessions and non-compoundable. Section 233 is making or selling instruments for counterfeiting coin. Anyone who creates, repairs or participates in the creation, repair or maintenance of any die or instrument with the intent to use it or with the knowledge that it is intended to be used or with reasonable cause to believe that it is intended to be used to counterfeit coin shall be subject to both fine and imprisonment of either description for a term that may not exceed 3 years. It is the punishment for this offence is 3 years of imprisonment and fine. It is cognizable, non-bailable, non-compoundable, and triable before a magistrate of first class. Section 234 talks about making or selling instrument for counterfeiting Indian coin. Anyone who creates, repairs or completes any step in the creating, repair or disposal of any idea or instrument with the intent to use it or with the knowledge that it is intended to be used or with reasonable cause to believe that it is intended to be used to forge Indian currency is subject to fines and imprisonment of either kind for terms up to 7 years. The punishment for this is 7 years of life imprisonment and fine that is cognizable, not bailable, non compoundable, and triable by the Court of Session. Section 235 speaks about possession of instrument or material to use the same for counterfeiting coin. Whoever has any tool or material with the intent to use it to make counterfeit coins, or who knows or has reason to believe that it is intended to be used for that purpose, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term that may not exceed 3 years, and shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term that may exceed not 3 years, and shall also be subject to a fine. If the counterfeit coin is an Indian coin, the offender shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term that may not exceed 3 years, and shall also be subject to fine. Here, the first part of the punishment is 3 years of imprisonment and fine, cognizable, non compoundable, non bailable, and triable by magistrate of the first class. And second part, the punishment for second part is 10 years of imprisonment and fine. It is cognizable, non bailable, non compoundable, and triable by the Court of Session. Section 236 talks about abetting in India the counterfeiting out of India of coin. Anyone who helps counterfeit currency leaves India while they are inside the country would be prosecuted in the same way they would be if they help the counterfeiting happen inside India. And the punishment is the penalty for assisting in the counterfeiting of such coins within India. It is non-bailable, non-compoundable, and triable by the Court of Session. Section 237 speaks about import or export of counterfeit coin. Whoever brings into India or exports from India any counterfeit coin while keeping or having cause to suspect that it is counterfeit is subject to both a fine and a term of imprisonment of either kind that may last up to 3 years. The punishment is 3 years of imprisonment and fine. It is cognizable, non bailable, not compoundable, and triable by a magistrate of the first class. Section 238 talks about import or export of counterfeits of the Indian coin. Anyone who brings into India or exports from India any counterfeit coin that they know or have reason to believe is a copy of an Indian coin is punishable by a term of life imprisonment, a term of imprisonment of either description that may last up to 10 years as well as fine. Punishment is life imprisonment or 10 years of imprisonment with fine. It is cognizable, non-bailable, triable before the Court of Session, and non-compoundable. Section 239 speaks about delivery of coin possessed with knowledge that it is counterfeit. In addition to being subject to a fine, anyone found in possession of a counterfeit coin who delivers it to someone or attempts to persuade someone to accept it while acting fraudulently or with the intent that a fraud may be committed faces both a term of imprisonment of either kind that may reach 5 years. The punishment is 5 years of imprisonment and fine. It is cognizable, not bailable, non-compoundable, triable by a magistrate of the first class. Section 240 talks about delivery of Indian coin possessed with knowledge that it is counterfeit. Whoever delivers counterfeit currency to anyone or attempts to persuade anyone to accept the counterfeit currency shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term that may extend to 10 years as well as being liable to a fine. The counterfeit currency in question must be a counterfeit of Indian currency, which the offender knew to be a counterfeit at the time he came into possession of it. The punishment is 10 years of imprisonment and fine. There is cognizable, non-bailable, non-compoundable, and triable before the Court of Session. Section 263A. It talks about the prohibition of fictitious stamps. This provision of the IPC was inserted by the Criminal Law Act 3 of 1895 as a result of the Vienna International Postal Congress 1891 vote to outlaw the burgeoning trade in fake stamps. This section covers the sale of fake stamps and the use of such stamps for mail delivery. Any magistrate may adjudicate these sections of it, and it is cognizable, bailable, and non-compoundable and triable. The following constitute this section. It must be established beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused must make any fake stamps that are created, sold, traded, or willfully altered are prohibited under this clause. Knowingly used a fake stamp for a postal purpose or hand any fake stamps in his possession without a valid reason or created or else unlawfully and had any die, plate, tool, or supplies necessary to create false stamps in his possession. And I conclude that the Indian legal framework addresses counterfeiting coins and government stamps to section 230 to 240 and 263A of IPC, which I have mentioned. These provisions outline penalty of various activities including counterfeiting coins, delivering counterfeit currency, and engaging in fake stamp activities. Penalties range from 3 years to life imprisonment, with fines and cognizable and non-bailable offences tried in various courts. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe Lawminds.